Are you guys ready for a world-class lesson in circular logic? This is coming to us from the New York Post. My sexuality is sacred. Bisexual pastor turned stripper has never been happier. This is written by Melkorka Lucia. Here is the lady right here, and she fine. She no pull out all day. Growing up in a stripped back this family, Nikole Mitchell was expected to be quiet, reserved, and sweet, but her dreams weren't quite so conservative. From a young age, I had fantasized about being a stripper, Mitchell, who now works as an erotic dancer on OnlyFans, told the Post. But I was indoctrinated to believe my desires and my body were innately sinful and bad. Let's check this one out, huh? Why does she remind me of Olivia from Law and Order? Like in the face. It looks like Olivia just started stripping. Okay, I mean, yeah, she's very, very sexy without a question. But Timothy 2:12, guys, this is why that Bible verse existed in the first place, because women are fickle. Insanely so. So instead of pursuing the pole, the mother of three went all in on religion and became a pastor. Even that, however, was rebellious in her family's eyes, because women are, according to the Bible, women are not supposed to preach and teach. I was taught that women aren't allowed to lead, and that women belong in the kitchen and with the children. Not really seeing a problem with that, said Mitchell, 36. So even though it went against everything I was told, I decided to become a pastor because of my love for performing bullshit. You became a pastor because you were told not to. It's the chaos. Like that chaos element of the X chromosome just going buck wild. But it was boring, and she was like, screw it, y'all, go make some money off my titties. In 2011, Mitchell, along with her now ex-husband, joined the Woodland Hills Church, an evangelist megachurch in St. Paul, Minnesota. Oh, yikes. Hope their business is doing fine. Which opened her eyes to the possibility of gender equality within the faith. It blew my mind, she recalled for her first visit to the Holy House. Every Sunday, Mitchell was the first in line to ask the pastor a question after the sermon. One of my pastors said, "Nikole, did you realize that you're a theologian?" And they said, "We'd like you to be one of our pastors," she recalled, "to be on stage in front of thousands of people. That's what I've been dreaming of for years." So you wanted to be an entertainer. Like you just wanted the attention. Like seriously. Eager to rise up the ranks, Mitchell, who was also raising three kids, now aged 10, 7, and 4, snagged a spot as a weekly pastor in 2016. But Mitchell's true identity began to unfurl when she attended an LGBT-oriented theater performance later in 2016. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't think I'm straight. Fickle. And it rocked my world, said Mitchell, who now identifies as bisexual and bisexuality and pansexuality is the exact same thing. If you're willing to bang the same sex, you're kind of willing to bang whatever, so it is what it is. I knew if I revealed my queerness, I would lose it all because the church is not welcoming to queer people. She suddenly felt as if she was living a duplicitous life and struggled to keep her sexuality a secret. So after giving her first widely attended weekend sermon on July 4th weekend in 2017, Mitchell left the church for good. I just never showed up again. Oh my God. Yeah. Once again, chaos theory, man, circular logic. A few months later, Mitchell came out publicly in a confessional YouTube video posted on her social media platforms. Faced with rebuilding her life, she wondered what was next. I started following my life coach's wife on Instagram who was doing lingerie modeling, said Mitchell. I was kind of triggered by it, but I was also magnetically drawn to it. But that's the thing. They're not. Yeah, well, I guess it is. I guess she was offended, but drawn to it when she said triggered. Mitchell knew she wanted to delve deeper into her own sexual desires and signed up for a class called Sexpressio. Oh, Christ. It was all about expressing your sexy self, and that was the linchpin that I needed, said Mitchell, right after she linked up with a photographer to do her first nude photo shoot. I cried because I had never felt more holy and sacred in my... Oh my God. Okay. She recalled of the shoot. I never felt more sexy and liberated than I did then. Her ex-husband must be like, word. When I gave you kids and a life and everything else like that. This attention. Attention. That's it. That's all she wanted. Thrilled with her new calling as a stripper and erotic model, Mitchell launched an OnlyFans account where she posts explicit photos and videos in exchange for money. I started off really timid, like just topless photos, but now I'm at the point where I take personal requests and make videos very tailored to people's specific desires. Basically, bang yourself with this size dildo. And Mitchell, who also works as a life coach, because of course, and offer courses such as how to unfuck yourself, about how to be your true self. I'm to the point where back in March I was actually going to be paid several $1,000s to have sex with someone. I was a-okay with that, but then COVID hit and that got canceled. So yeah, so from pastor to porn, huh? You just went down. You saw the rabbit hole and said, "Screw it, I'm going all in." And the person I feel worse for is a husband, because her soul is attached to yours, my guy. Like once you in the eyes of God decide, yeah, I'm gonna hold on to this person, even if you divorce. Yeah, you still got a piece of their soul is still attached to you. You gotta answer for that, dude. Like, you're gonna have to answer for that. Mitchell relocated to Los Angeles in August 2019 and divorced her husband in June. Jesus. But today, Mitchell is happier than ever. That's why this article exists, right? Every person has the right to express themselves in whatever way feels good to them, and this is how it feels good to me, she said. And while her preaching days might be behind her, stripping for Mitchell is just as holy. My sexuality is incredibly healing and sacred, she said. And when I give this gift to people, it blesses them. Yeah, I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does. Pardon me, guys. What about your kids? Like, did you eat, like, your kids were never a thought in this. You could give less of a shit about what your children would have to go through as a result of your choices and your decisions, because these kids are still relatively young. The oldest is 10 years old. So it really blows my mind that you've decided to take this insanely selfish route and then try to put on this false sense of, oh well, this is a religious and sacred thing for me. No, it's not. You wanted the attention, okay? It was always about the attention. It was never about God, or it was never about any true faith, or or being a genuine person. You found a lot of attention and you ran with it, and then you found even more attention, and now you're like, yeah, I'll do a porn all day. Great, sweet, cool. But what about your kids? Kids come up not once in this, and this is how you can tell women really don't give a shit about their children, because if you did, you're like, at least in some way, shape, or form, it would have played more of a role in you staying with their father and giving them the type of foundation that they genuinely need, as opposed to you being selfish and going after this for yourself, and going to quench your worldly, this is not a good picture of her, quench your worldly desires, sweetie, of attention, because that's really all you wanted. So guys, with that being said, we're going to bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff, if you like to toss it a like, dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice and you want to get videos like this every single day. Share, because sharing is caring. And YouTube and Bitchute and like aren't the biggest fans of your boy over here for very obvious reasons. Bang the bell for notifications, get something from the Teespring, and speak. Let me know, what do you guys think in the comments? This is you're an attention whore, plain and simple. And I'd respect you more, attention whore, if you were honest about it, as opposed to, oh well, this is about me being sexually liberated and falling into my religion. Guys, there's a very big reason I don't talk about religion that much on the channel. I'm not all God, 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 Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Why? Because I believe that what you consider sacred is something that is for you. It's between you and whatever you hold sacred. So my relationship with God is between me and God, and there's no need to go all buck wow and slam you guys all upside the head with it, or pretend as if it's anything other than that. But that's exactly what this young lady and all of her circular logic has decided to do. But you may disagree, and that's what my comment section's for. Until the next one.